Morning students, we are going to see our third lesson. It is about plants. Okay, let us see the content of this lesson. The part 1, reproduction in plants. Part 2, germination of seeds. Part 3, dispersal of seeds. And part 4, new plants from other parts. And part 5 is about crops. Okay, let us see each part in brief. Okay, see, look at the picture. This is the basic structure of a plant. You already studied in your lower class itself. This is your leaf, fruit, the flower, the stem and the root. All the plants will have all these parts. Okay, let us see the next. Part 1 is about reproduction in plants. Okay, reproduction. What do you mean by reproduction? Reproduction is nothing about the organisms will produce more of their own kind. So the organisms will produce another young one. That is called as reproduction. It is happening in all the living organisms in the world. All the living organisms will reproduce to give a young one. Okay, all the plants, animals, germs, bacteria, virus, all those things will reproduce to give a young one. Okay, so it will produce more of their own kind. Okay, similar to the organism. If a animal, if for example if we take a cat, the cat will reproduce to give a kitten, so it is the young one of the cat. A dog will reproduce to give a puppy, so it will produce more of their own kind only. The cat won't reproduce to give a dog. Okay, so likewise the plants also reproduce. Okay, like other organisms, the plants also reproduce to give another small baby plant. So it reproduces by how? By these three methods. The first one is through seeds. Okay, and through the parts of their body, through parts of their body and through spores. Okay, these are the methods the plants will reproduce: through seeds, through the parts of their body and through spores. Okay, so now let us see how it will reproduce through seeds. Okay, now this is the picture and look here, this is the fruit, and this fruit will ripe and fall down from the plant. Inside the fruit there will be many seeds. These seeds will reproduce to give a young plant. Okay, let us see how it is done. The plant will bear the flowers. First, initially the plant will bear the flowers only. After some days the flowers will change into fruits. Okay, the plant will change into fruits, and inside the fruits there will be the seeds present. The plants bear the flowers change into fruits, and the seeds inside the fruits will germinate and grow into a new plant. This is a new word, germinate. What do you mean by germinate? Germinate is nothing. A new plant grows from a seed. Okay, the growth of a new plant in the seed is called as germination and grows into a new plant. Okay, now after few seeds, only few seeds grows into a new plant. Why? What happened to the other seeds? You just imagine, I am taking a plant, a guava plant, a guava fruit. Inside the guava there will be n number of seeds present there. Whether all the seeds are growing into a new plant? No, it is not possible. Only few seeds are growing into a new plant. That is because the remaining seeds are get damaged by some nature. That is by the wind, sun, because of water scarcity and lack of nutrients. Okay, this is because of these natural things, the sun, the wind and no water and lack of nutrients, etc. When the sun, it was too hot, the plant will won't give a flower or a fruit. The plant will die because of the scarce of water. During the summer season, when we plant a new plant, it won't grow because it needs a lot of water during the summer season, so it will be struggle to grow. And if there is no water also, the plant won't grow because the plant take food from the water only. And lack of nutrients, like how we human beings need all the nutrients present in our food, the same wise the plant also needs many nutrients for their growth. where did they get the nutrients? They take nutrients from the water and from the soil only. So the plant needs the necessary nutrients for its growth. If there is any lack of nutrients also, the plant won't grow. So these are the factors which affect the growth of the plant. So only few seeds in a plant or in a fruit will starts to germinate. This is because of these natural things. And the types of seed. This is the types of seeds. Based on the presence of the cotyledons, the seeds are divided into two types. They are monocotyledons and dicotyledons. I repeat once again, monocotyledons and dicotyledons. Monocotyledons or monocot. Dicotyledons or dicots. Okay, it is categorized based on the cotyledon present. They have only one cotyledon, it is called as monocot. If it is having two cotyledons, means it is called as dicot. I had given here few examples for both the type. For monocots, example maize, wheat and rice. And for dicots, bean, apple and gram. These are the examples of dicotyledons. I'll explain you what do you mean by cotyledon later. Now you just keep in mind about only the types of seed. Monocotyledons or monocot, dicotyledons or dicot. Dicotyledons, monocotyledons. Okay, have you all now clear about the types of seeds? Let us see the parts of the seed. Okay, the seed is also having its own part. Like how the plant is having the part, same the seed is also having a part. These are the important parts of the seed. Okay, all these part is present in all types of seed. The first is the seed coat, the outer covering of the seed which protects the baby plant is called as seed coat. How we wear the raincoats during the rainy season, likewise the seed is also wearing a seed coat to protect it from the nature. Okay, by nature means it is nothing but by heavy sun, heavy hot sun or some other rain, wind, from all those things. This seed coat will protect the seed to prevent it from getting damaged. Okay, so the outer covering of the seed which protects the baby plant. Okay, and the next is the cotyledons. Cotyledons, I already said, based on the types of cotyledons there are two types of seeds, that is the monocot and dicot. Okay, now cotyledons. Cotyledons is nothing but it is the place to store food and provide nourishment to the germinating seedlings. So in the cotyledons only it will store food and provide nourishment. It is nothing but it will provide the energy, food and energy to the germinating seedlings. To the germinating plant it will provide food and energy. That is the work of the cotyledons. And the next is the embryo. Embryo is nothing but the new baby plant. It is called as the embryo, and between the cotyledon the embryo will starts to grow. That is the baby plant will starts to grow. That is called as the embryo. And these two are the very important part, that is the baby shoot and the baby root. First, I'll tell what do you mean by shoot. Shoot is nothing but the plant which grows above the soil. The part of the plant which grows above the soil is called as shoot. Okay, so it grows upwards and give rise to stem, leaf and flowers. Okay, so it will grow upwards facing towards the sun. To get energy from the sun, the baby shoot grows upwards towards the sun to give rise to stem, leaf and flowers. So that is called as the baby shoot. And the next is the baby root. Baby root is nothing but it grows downwards towards the soil, towards the water present in the soil. The root grows downwards in the soil to form the roots of the plant. So that is called as the baby root. Okay, I once again repeat the parts of the seed. The first part is the seed coat. the outer covering of the seed which protects the baby plant is called as the seed coat. It is a very thin layer covering the seed. It is a very thin layer covering the seed. Under the seed coat there will be having two halves, that is called as cotyledons. Two halves or a single half. Single half it comes in monocotyledons, two halves will comes in dicotyledons. I'll show you a picture, then only you can get a idea of cotyledons. Okay, the work of the cotyledon is to store food and provide nourishment to the germinating seedlings, that is called as cotyledons. Embryo is nothing but it is a baby plant. Between the cotyledon is a baby plant known as embryo. So between the cotyledon only the baby plant will grow. And the baby shoot and the baby root. The baby shoot will grow upwards and give rise to the stem, leaves and the flowers, and the baby root will grow downwards into the soil to form the roots of the plant. Okay, now this shoot area will have a parts called as stem, leaves, flowers, fruits. All those things comes under baby shoot. And in baby root mainly it comes the root part of the plant will comes in baby root. Now look at the picture. This is called the structure of the seed. This is a monocot seed and this is a dicot bean seed. I had given you a bean seed for example. This is called as bean seed and this part is called as the seed coat. This is a thin layer which protects the seed, which protects the baby plant. Okay, so this is called as the seed coat and this is the embryo. So from here only the new plant will starts to grow. It is called as the embryo and this part is called as the cotyledon or food store area. See here, look at this picture. This is the cotyledon. When you take a bean seed, okay, and cut into two halves, at the center there will be a white color area, that is called as the cotyledon. The food need for the growth of the plant will be stored in the place called as cotyledon. And this is the seed coat. See, look at the picture of this dicot seed also. The seed coat is present here. This cotyledon is present here. Okay, and this is the epicotyle, hypocotyle and radicle. These are some of the parts of the bean seed. Okay, now I will give you one garden activity. It is very easy activity. Okay, if you have a garden in your house or in a terrace means if you are living in an apartment, you will be having some plants in your terrace. Okay, you just go and visit your garden daily and observe how new plants will be growing from the parent plant. Okay, and observe from the seeds or from the other parts of the body how new plant is growing. You go and observe daily. Within one day a plant won't grow from a seed. It will take 2 or 3 days. So you go and observe daily in your house, okay, in your garden. Okay, let us see a small recap of all the things which we studied now. The first is the reproduction. Okay, the process by which the living organisms produce more of their own kind is called as reproduction. Like all other living beings or organisms, plants also reproduce by these following ways. The first is through seeds, through the parts of their body and through spores. Okay, first we are going to see how it will reproduce through seeds. Okay, this is a picture of a fruit. See here, this is the picture of a fruit and this is the seed inside the fruit. And when the fruit's ripe, this is the flower. This is small flower and after some days it will grow into a big flower and the flower will be changed as a fruit. And inside the fruit the seeds will be present. The fruits fell down and grows into a new plant. Okay. See, most of the plant will bear flowers. The flowers wither and change into fruits. So the flower will change into fruits. The fruits will have the seeds present inside them. Seeds germinate and grows into a new plant. Plant produce many seeds, but only a few of them develop into a new plant. Do you know why? Because of these natural things it get damaged. So these are the factors which affect the growth of all these seeds in a plant. They are the sun, the wind, no water, and the lack of nutrients. These are some of the factors. There are many lots of factors that affect the growth of the plant. I had given you some small factors, some easy factors which you can keep it in your mind. Okay, we all know that living things need food to survive. Okay, so we human beings also want all these things. We also need sun, because from the sun we are getting the energy, air, and the nutrients and the water. Without these things we won't able to survive. Like us, the human beings are like us, the plant also needs some nutrients also. Let us see the types of seeds. There are two types of seeds. They are monocotyledons or monocot, dicotyledons or dicots. Monocotyledons or monocot. These seeds having only one cotyledon is called as monocotyledons. For example, maize, wheat, and rice. Okay, and the dicotyledons or dicot is nothing but having two cotyledons. For example, bean, apple, and gram. It is called as dicotyledons. You just remember these words along with the spelling. It is very important. Monocotyledons or monocot, dicotyledons or dicot. These are the two types of seeds. Okay, having only one cotyledon. In the name itself it was given mono. Mono means only one. Dicot, di means two. So monocot and dicot. The seeds of plants such as bean, gram, apple have two cotyledons, so it is dicotyledons. The seeds of some plants such as maize, wheat, rice having one cotyledon, so it is called as monocotyledon. So the food for the baby plant is stored in the seed leaves. Okay, let us see the parts of the seed. These are the important parts of the seed: the seed coat, the cotyledons, the embryo, the baby shoot, and the baby root. Seed coat, the outer covering of the seed which protects the baby plant, is called as seed coat. Okay, so it is a very thin layer. It is a very thin layer that protects the baby plant. Under the seed coat, a kidney bean seed have two halves or seed leaves. Okay, bean seed is having two halves. These are called as cotyledons, and they store food and provide nourishment to the germinating seedling. Between the cotyledon is the baby plant, which was known as embryo. The baby plant is known as embryo. It has two parts, the baby shoot and the baby root. The baby shoot grows upwards and give rise to the stem, leaves, and the flowers, and likewise the baby root also grows downwards into the soil to form the roots of the plant. So these are the main parts of the seed. And this is the structure of the seed. I already said the main parts of the seed. See, look at the picture. This is the seed coat, the thin layer of the seed, the embryo, and the food store area, or it is called as cotyledon. See, this is the dicot seed and this is the monocot seed. Seed coat, cotyledon, and the embryo. Embryo is nothing but between the cotyledon is the baby plant from where it grows. So the baby plant grows here. So it is the embryo. Okay, now you are clear about the seed structure. Now you can able to understand the types of seed and how the seed structure of seed. Okay, and the garden activity, it is very easy activity. You can try this in your home to observe the growth of plants much more easier. Okay. Thank you, dear.